Sit with least effort. I love that instruction. It really just pares it down to this sense of letting go and settling, softening. Not activating anything, just letting your bony structure hold you here. Wherever you want your hands to be right now.
Martin, did you do this toilet? And it's clean?
Whatever brings you into that inner space, that inner peace.
I mean,
those eyes are softened and breathe.
2 years ago. This is not
Just
clean.
notice your breathing.
Oh, you were just not do that. Oh, that's good.
No, I wasn't. But I forgot to take a second scroll.
Letting all else fall away. Touching the earth, keep you grounded in where you are so you don't just float away in your soft lightness. And let another exhale come. Just observe that. And now begin to organize and stretch the breath. Sitting up tall, a little stomach engagement towards the spine. Hands rest into your heart center. Lift your elbows to take Pranamasana. It's an prana increasing position. Equal pressure in the hands. Do you need to refine your seat a little bit so you can touch the earth a little bit more? Big breath in. Big breath out. Try one with your mouth open just to create the sound of the breath. Inhale, open mouth, hear the sound. Exhale. It's way more calming to breathe through the nose. So seal up your lips, relax your teeth. Create sound through your nose. And that is our anchor through this hour, is to keep coming back to that. Gently come back again and again. And relax your arms down into your sides. Feel that change, that adjustment of the arms down. And humming or oming. Create a little vibration or just listen. Deep inhalation. Pausing with the vibration and that giant breath. And then take your hands away and catch your knees. Open up your eyes. Doing some seated cat and cow spine work to begin our asana practice. So we can come to extension of the spine, bring your heart forward and lift it. Bring your low back into your body. Lift up your head up high and press your heart forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So there's that cow shape. It's a little exaggerated. And then the cat spine is that round and tuck, head, tail, tuck. Middle of the back comes into a C curve and the shoulder blades spread wide. Let's do that 4 more times. You can just follow your own breathing. Unify the breath and movement. Inhale, extension of the spine. And exhale, flexion. Make sure you include the shoulder blades in this movement so we warm up the body in that way as well. Squeeze and around. Inhale, nose gaze when you're looking up. Navel gaze when you're looking down. And last time. And relax, release. Make your way up to your feet, please. You can move through whichever warming up poses you would like. If you want to start with an up dog and down dog, just preparation, or just come to your feet, hanging forward fold. Yogi's choice. How do you like to transition? Taking a few more breaths, maybe 3 more breaths. Just warming up your own body. Get your wiggles out. Get your zoomies out. And settle into Tadasana when you finish your next breath or two. That low back drawing in, low belly drawing in. So we feel unified in our center. Ground your feet and spread your toes. Stand tall and relaxed. Shoulders down goes towards the earth. Shoulders up towards the sky. Tall and relaxed. And from this place, taking a headstand on our feet. Learning to take the arms up overhead with the shoulders down. And then clasp your hands behind your skull and bring your elbows forward. So this is one headstand variation where we cradle the skull of that basket. And you just want to try to stand really tall and long. And keep your low back lengthened by grounding your front ribs. So anchor into your belly. And that prevents your back from swaying. Take 3 more breaths. Nice big ribcage breaths. Imagine yourself upside down and just try to be as long as you can be in your front body, in your back body. 1 more breath in. And release your clasp and come slowly to forward fold. Just relax into the forward shape 4 or 5 breaths. Just noticing the energy of that first pose might look simple. Let this pose be calming, just a soft beginning place. And a little measure of where your forehead is, how straight your legs are, just non-judgmental. Our fascia knits together overnight and stiffens us up every single night when we rest. And come on up to standing. Remember to use your feet and legs. Press, extend your spine, reach to the sky, stretch through the inhale. And exhale, rise to the top of the water. Move slowly with your arms, come down and in. Step your feet a little wide, a little comfortably wide, easy wide. Hands come together. Just feel that energy as the hands touch. And leave your fingers, except your index fingers, and cross your thumbs. And just have a look which way you did it so you can do the reverse on the other side. Again, shoulders down, low ribs, front ribs down, arms up, give it a squeeze. And you may gaze up as well, or just let your eyes go upward. Creating some heat and energy. And creating some tension, little squeeze. 1 more breath. Exhale, relax the squeeze and bring your arms down. Other way, interlace. Arms up, shoulders down. Anchor in your belly center, squeeze 5 breaths. Not painful squeeze, just activating squeeze. And finish out your last inhale. Exhale, soften your hands, come down. Just feel that release of the tension you created, that energy. And take your left hand to your heart, your right arm back, and come to look back twist pose, 5 breaths. Turn as much of you as you would like. Open to the side, eyes to the side. Spread fingers. No strain in the knees, little softness there. 4 and 5. See if you can grow into that shape a little bit more. And come back to center. Stack your hands, find center, close your eyes a moment. Feel your heart. And then switch the top hand to the bottom. Knees a little soft, come to that look back twist. Don't hold back, go all the way into your range of motion. Relax into it and then try to grow in the last breath. Eyes to the side, Parsva means side. 4th breath and last one. Inhale, lengthen, stretch. Exhale, relax, open. Inhale, hands are stacked at the heart, return and pause. A lot of sensation in the body and in the brain. Stuck together, Surya Namaskar, ground your feet. A little energy, a little readiness, and then stillness as you breathe out. Arms up, breathe in. Arms down, breathe out, fold forward, go slowly. Stretch the breath to match the move. Inhale, halfway length. Try not to take the inhale in too quickly. Try not to release the exhale too quickly as you step back. I suspend my exhale or suspend the inhale and then exhale into plank pose. One breath to come to upward dog. Make it a really slow one. Take a second breath if you need. Be compassionate with your body. Exhale, table, toes tuck, puppy dog, head down. Here you can imagine that you're hanging from a tree branch or something, and your body weight is just lengthening your shoulders and your spine. Just try to create that sensation by pulling your hips back away from your hands. Weight your weight back towards your legs. And one more breath. Relax your head down. Long spine, long arms. Exhale. Inhale, pull into the cow spine. Hold 5 breaths. Focus. Concentration. Only change things if you really need to. And let your inner elbows come forward when you're doing these arm balances, like upward dog and cow spine. To downward dog, tuck the toes first. Look at your hands, press them as you lift your knees and bring your hips up and back. So we are creating a line up the spine, up and out, like we have our tail out and we're wagging our tail, maybe and do a little tail wag just to get that sense of lengthening the tailbone. No tailbone tucking in this pose. And then find center and bring your head down. Refine something if you need to. Press the heels of the hands. Deep waves of breath. Once more. Working deeply but not forcefully with your body. Let it warm up. Bend your knees, look between your hands. Inhale, spring your legs straight, step or hop forward. Exhale, slowly forward fold, forehead towards the legs. Gently explore where that range of motion is. And up to standing project, press feet, use legs, arms reach. Very nice. And you can always pause and take an extra breath here, but go slowly, breathe out, and just let your brain, your head get used to that blood flow change. We are moving our blood around and our lymph and our everything. Up we go, breathe in, reach up. Let these poses energize you. Fold in, calm energy. Inhale, extension, ready energy. Going back. Find your all 4 and find stop, a steady. Flip over your feet, upward facing dog. Stretch that front of your body, roll your shoulders back. And when you're ready to exhale, flip your feet again to the downward dog. Check in with your hands, loving your hands, grateful for everything they do. Take care of them. There are variations. If you ever need one, let me know. Puppy pose is one. So I'll put that out there for today. If you get to one too many downward dogs for how you feel today, just take puppy pose instead. Knees down. 5, long spine. Pull your tail away from your hands. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward and lengthen your spine. Long neck. Exhale, fold forward slowly. Tuck your chin. Up to standing. So your feet can be separated or together. And that slow exhale. Again. 10 poses. 2. Extend for 3. Go back for 4. Extend for 5. Just long enough to establish the shape. And for 6, flip back your feet, downward dog, take 5 breaths. So we already have the imprint of these shapes today, so our body knows what's happening. Give it some more time. Relax your mind. We get so busy thinking we forget how to just be, to enjoy our lives, moving and breathing. Sat.6, come forward and extend your spine. So you have a long breath, take your time with it. Low belly in, fold in, Ashto, 8. Nawa, 9, stand up, reach up. And Disha is 10, back down into the sides of the body. Crossing over your left leg in front of your right. A moment to find balance. Taking your left arm up and over, the other arm into your side for our crossover side bend. Feel that entire length of the body from your longest finger overhead down that sideline. Downward eyes. And exhale once more. Create some good sensation, finish. Come out of that side bend with slowness. And take a moment to change the cross of your legs. Find a downward gazing spot and rest for a moment. Pause. You arrive. Left arm into the side, right arm overhead. Create your own side bend. Three. Using breath to release tension. And coming on up slowly with an inhale and release the cross of your legs. Turn to right side for Utthita Trikonasana. Extended triangle pose, right foot to the back of your mat, angle in your other foot. Not too much space between your feet, just the legs length. And then breathe in, stretch your arms. So you probably feel a stretch across the front shoulders and chest there every time. Next time you exhale, go over and down into your triangle pose for 5 breaths. So take that exhale to come in, and then inhale, count 5. The most important things here are to spread your feet and firm your legs. You've got your foundation. Use your navel awareness to be working from that center. And you want to make sure your neck is long and relaxed shoulders. And 5, reinforce navel to the spine as you come up to protect your low back. And wide parallel feet, stretch arms, breathe in. Exhale, turn feet over and down. So the word vinyasa means movement with breath. And that's what we do throughout the whole practice. Remember the most important parts here. And another thing to add is the tail tuck if you need it. Let your eyes go upward or somewhere steady. And just one more exhale. Breathe in, rise up, stretch. Breathe out, top of the mat. Revolving triangle pose, take your right leg straight back and separate your feet a bit widthwise so you have steady balance. And then an energetic reach with your right arm, breathe in. So all the reach you have to help you take all that length down and then around into a twist. Be very mindful not to do too much. Open up your other arm anywhere in that arm. So anywhere in your lower hand where it needs to be. Do your own version. Energy of twisting one more time. Try to relax your feet and breathe out, untwist. Breathe in, stand up. Step forward and step back, other side. Find your stance, always the foundation. Vigorous upreach with the left arm. And then we guide ourselves to forward fold first. The arm sweeps across, or the leg is really the first place to go. It gives you lots of steadiness wherever you reach. And anywhere in that range, working your way towards reaching up towards the sky, like in regular triangle. Breathe where you are. Just do your best. Once more. Let go, exhale. Rise, inhale. Shoulders back and down. And step out. In these pauses, you can observe if you think you might have done too much. This is some information for next time. All right. Revolving with the lunge. Actually, with the lunge first. Out to the side, extended side angle pose. Wide your feet, reach your arms, breathe in. Knee bends towards the ankle, lean and reach. Utthita Parsha Konasana. There's that Parsha word, the side word. You can come to the floor if you like with your hands, or stay on your bent leg. 2. Again, not straining the neck. Keep your shoulders down off your ears. 1 more exhale. Use the inhale's energy to come out and change sides. Lean and reach, breathe out. Take your hand down if you want to, and 1. Draw your shoulder down as your arm reaches. The whole body participates in the pose. And 1 more exhale. Inhale energy, come up and turn to wide parallel feet. I'll try to remember to do the revolve one later. Widen your feet as much as you comfortably can. And come to forward fold. Press your pelvis back, lengthen out your spine. Bend your knees if you need to, and bring your head down. This is V variation with your fingers at the front points of your pelvis and your elbows drawing back. New point of view. Tuck your chin. And inhale, come up slightly. Exhale, let your head reach towards the floor. And then a big inhale to come up. Feel your legs activate when you give that command from the brain. Come up and release. Turn your right toes out towards the corner of your mat and come to side lunge variation. And just see about getting low. So we have that turned out toe and knee position. Come to rest on your leg or the floor for 5. We're just taking care of our upper body as our lower body is the focus. Exhale. Press into the foot with evenness to release up and change your other foot to the corner of your mat and add that knee bend. So I just left my other foot where it was. If you want to change it, you can. Otherwise, keep it steady. Maybe widen it so you're a little deeper. Relax your face, your neck, your eyes. Legs working, but you have this calmness at the same time. One more exhale. Press off and release. Walk in your feet. Top section of your mat. Weave your fingers together and press up towards the sky. Breathe in. Keep your arms up. Bend your knees to Utkatasana. The legs unseen here, focusing on this arm position. 4, one more time, and 5. Press your legs straight, release your hands. Come to forward fold for 5 breaths. So uplift at the hip points. That helps your whole spine come forward. You can start with your knees bent too. Find your length here. Yogi's choice. But let your hands and arms connect somewhere so you have their support. And that was a good reminder to keep weight in the balls of your feet. 3, just trying to let your forehead come as close to your shins as it will at this moment. Exhale, stay with that place. Bend your knees and place your hands down. Take your right leg back and bring down your knee, Anjaneyasana pose. And 5, exhale. Hanuman's pose, draw back your hips, straighten out the front leg and come to your heel, the toes drawing back. Just like our standing forward fold, we have that awareness and uplift at the low belly, and then hinge forward, forehead down. Let the yoga practice feel good. Go with that. Encourage that feeling with the corners of your lips. And when your exhale is complete, release and come back to Anjaneyasana pose. You can rise up to your knee. And here, bring the knee back more over the ankle. We're going to bend the back knee as an optional practice. And you'll be above your knee when you do that. So you can add a cushion, have a moment to pop your blanket under if you need it. And then bending the back knee if it's possible. Don't worry if it's not, just leave it out. And reach back and catch. Little tail tuck energy, downward eyes. And 5. Let that go and carefully bring your left leg back. Hug your elbows in and bend. Stay on your knees and straighten. Practicing chaturanga 5 times. 2. This yoga push-up. Hug the elbows. Pitch your head and chest forward. 4. And just working from the knees lets you build that strength. Next time, come to upward dog. Bring down your feet. Press off the tops of your feet. Upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. Take 2 more breaths. Stretch your front body. Downward dog, you can go through table if you need. Or just pike up, flip your feet, take 5. And exhale, Manjanyasana, second side, low crescent lunge. You can have that cushion under your back knee for this whole part if you need it. And do the first one with the hands low. Come up to the leg if you need to. Just try to work deeply into your lunge. Deep and compassionate, never harming. It's one of the vows we make to ourselves as we practice. Ahimsa. Satya, the truth. We tell ourselves the truth about what our body can do. Exhale once more, Hanuman's pose. Time to transition, fold it in. Remember the back foot, round the top of your back foot. Forehead towards the leg. So we have the non-harming, the truthfulness, and to those qualities we can apply tapas, which is this heat and this willingness to do work to get where we want to go. Exhale once more. And transition back to the lunge shape, but bring your knee more over your ankle this time. Just resetting the back knee or cushion. Come up, rest your arms on your bent knee. Just finding that first. Optional, bend the back knee, only if it's okay. Reach back. And just the right amount, draw it towards your hip. Soften your face, your other hand. 3. And 5. Release carefully. Chaturanga. 1, 2. Just a little dip. 3. A bigger dip if it feels okay. 4. And 5. Upward facing dog. Come off your knees. Stretch your front body joyfully. Gaze down. Flip your feet. Down dog. 1 breath. Knees wide. Child's pose. You can keep that cushion if you had it underneath your knees. And seated first. In Thai yoga, this is called Neil Diamond. Align the center line of your body. And exhale, walk yourself out and down. Ground your brain. Exhale. Hands and knees. Threading the needle pose. Keep cushion under your knees here if you would like it. Take your right arm, lift it off the floor so your left hand is spreading. Reach up, twist it open. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, thread your needle so the top of the hand comes to the ground. And I'm just going to bring my left hand a little closer to give me the support. So you want to be able to support your head and shoulder as they come down lightly. Bring your toes together and then press into your left hand to create a twist in your spine that feels good. So we have lots of points of support here. Long neck, New perspective. One more breath. Might feel some of that connection of the fascia across the body in that kind of pose. Knees together. Drape your arms. Drop that child's pose. Relax your low back area. Notice how you can do that how do you do that? How do you relax it? Your brain sends a message. Ask your body. You can use your breath. One more exhale. Soften your lower back. Inhale, tabletop. Threading needle pose, second side. Open it up, 5 breaths. One more time. Transition to the needle thread. So I definitely am finding that pulling that other hand closer is necessary to be able to use it strength as you bend your elbow, bring your head down. Big toes together. Arrive. And then you can press into your hand, roll towards the back of your skull if it feels good. Find your own sweet spot. Breathe into it. And just one more breath. Carefully come on out, open it up, breathe in, and unwind. And just to touch back in on our headstand, come on up to your knees, our upside down headstand. Remember that sense of lengthening. Let's try leaning straight back with that position. Just a little bit is fine. Just like a stapler, just go straight back. Just till you feel a little bit of challenge. Supporting your head. And come out good. Lead with your heart. Just straighten yourself back up. And bring your hands to the earth for Sasangasana, the rabbit pose. So we're going to very lightly touch the top of our head to the floor. So everybody can do this. Even if your neck is sensitive, you're just very light. You have lots of support. Feet together, grounded, hands and feet. If you feel very comfortable, you could try that. Elbows down on either side, interlace your hands behind your skull. Just very lightly stimulating the crown chakra. And letting the nectar of immortality drip the other way. And exhale. Use your hands or your forearms to lift off. And come to your forearms if you're not there already for dolphin pose. Pick up your knees like downward dog. Broad shoulders. Uplift in the low belly. And see about firming your legs and pressing back. One more time. And start to walk your feet away. Coming to forearm plank pose. Press into those forearms. Pull your toes and elbows towards each other. Reach through the top of your head and your heels. 4, and just one more breath. Come to your belly and release your feet. Ground the tops of your legs. Just feel that and release your spine down. A moment just to pause and ground. So the sense of touch, temperature, texture. body awareness meditation. Just relaxing. Bandhas are relaxed, everything relaxing. Move one more breath through. And gather your legs together for super people pose. We have our cobra lift off the floor. Take your arms overhead, reach. Exhale, squeeze your hands, pull your elbows to your sides. Inhale, release a little bit, stretch your hands. Exhale, lift and pull down. 3 more times. Reach. Exhale, pull. So the inhale is a bit of a rest. The exhale is the work. Last time, do as much as you can. Use your whole body. And come down and release the legs wide. Turn your head left side. Rest it down. And ask your shoulders to come down off of your ears. Feel your heart quiet and settle. Grounding your heart. And come back to center. Bring your legs hip distance apart and rest upon your arms in a comfortable way so you can slide them away or closer. For Dhanurasana preparation, where you bend your knees and lift your feet off the ground, your knees off the ground, even if it's a tiny bit. So pretty much all of us need to strengthen in this way, so it's probably not easy. 2, slowly breathe. 3, inhale. Just try to create that action, find that specific position of strength. Lift your knees a little more, last breath, as much as you can. And bring them down and relax, head turning the other way. Shoulders draw down. And exhale for 5. Making our way to downward facing dog. So that we can come down to the knees and bring your right knee forward and sit down on your hip. Swastikasana. So we are on the inside edge of the back leg and the outside edge of the front leg. And just take a moment to arrange your pelvis and your legs so you have these radiating spokes of the legs. And then follow your heart and come forward and down to any degree. You could stack up your blocks, you can support your chin. A little bit engaged. And exhale. Inhale, coming on up and twisting towards the back of the mat. You can just tint your fingers or use your hands down. Exhale, let go of your twist and change to the other side. So like coming into pigeon pose, bring your left knee forward and sit down on the outside of your hip. Come to the inner surface of your right leg and have a moment just to arrange your radiating spokes. Come forward and down to any degree. Relax and take 5. Very slow. Inhale for 2. And one more exhale. Slowly walk in, sit up tall, and twist towards the back of your mat. So it's an interesting twist foundation. So we really are just moving from our waist above in the twist. Just the right amount, lightly. Soft downward eyes. One more exhale. And maybe sit to the spine first and come around with your leg to seated position. And taking your legs forward, folding your right leg back, not all the way stacked underneath like this, not on your heel, but just let your the side of your shin be on the floor and your foot relaxed. If you need support here, sit up on a blanket or something. Give yourself a little elevation. And then widen your straight leg away. So take a moment just to find a folded back, relatively comfortable in a wide leg. And this is a yin pose variation called half saddle. So just keep taking a moment to find this foundation and then to slowly come out over your straight leg. To any degree, relax all of your muscles and just be still for a minute. Moving into our summer season yin poses. About 10 more breaths. Just soft, steady ones. Continue to relax. Release all effort. Last one. Excuse me. Coming up, carefully release your folded leg and just have a moment to release from that stillness. Get your wiggles out. Optional Pravattanasana to stretch the psoas line. There it is. And the second side for the half saddle pose. So we're folding in, coming to that inside edge again, but more of a folded knee. It's probably more easier than how I said it on the other side. So I apologize for my words being a little elusive this morning. Arranging pelvis and legs and coming out over the straight leg to any degree. Yin style, relax your muscles, relax your feet, hands, spine. Notice that you need a little concentration on not doing anything, not activating. And then you do have your logical brain still has that breath steadiness to keep multitasking. About 10 more breaths, soft and steady. Coming out with mindfulness, just let go of those shapes and just have a moment to pause, not holding that position, wherever you want to be. And I'll meet you on your back, optional vinyasa, up your dog, downward dog. If you want to add them in, add them in. If you're already on your back, that's cool. Start on in your bridge foundation. Just think about it for a moment. Think about the muscles you would use to lift your hips off the floor. And remember when you were on your belly, trying to lift your knees, trying to lift your feet off the floor. Now press your feet, lift your hips up as high as you can. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, bring it on down. Inhale, bring yourself to Ananda Balasana with knees wide. And your feet can be more over your hips or more over your shoulders. What we're trying to do is bring the legs down either side of our torso, gently guiding them. Gently activating Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, navel towards the spine. And make sure your head is centered. And focusing on your right leg for a moment. You may straighten out your left or just bring the foot down. And just try to work that right leg down the side. Use your hand or your arm creatively. And just choose a spot and hold steady for 5. Relax, let your brain rest down upon the earth. Close your eyes or soften. One more exhale only. Thank you, leg, for whatever you were able to do and change sides. You could straighten out or just keep your foot on the floor. One or both hands guide that left foot downward, knee downward. Find an interesting spot, hold for 5. And exhale one more time. Release to both legs again. Stay, or optional, take it up with your hips. Keep your head centered and come to ear squeezing pose. I like temple squeezing myself at this point. It just fits better, but bring your knees on either side of your head somewhere. And then bring your arms down to the floor, letting your knees relax towards the earth on either side of your shoulders or above your shoulders, wherever your proportions lead you. And if you like, you can gently squeeze the sides of your skull. Garbha Sindasana, embryo in the womb pose. Last breath. Guide yourself slowly back down to the earth. And stay on your back with your knees in. Optional, one more time, but I recommend it, is to rock up and one more time move through these poses. Coming to your feet and folding forward. Stand up, hands to your heart center. Inhale, sky. Exhale, earth. Return to your awareness of forehead towards the legs. Notice how the practice has opened your range of motion. Step back your legs. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And come through and lie down on your back. Starting with your legs together and your arms flat on the floor, Tagata Mudra. Like we're standing up, bandhas engaged, shoulders pressing down into the earth. One more breath into that straight, stiff body. And exhale, let it all soften and open. Let everything roll open. Refine for a moment and then be still and rest. Let all efforts be released. And that's about 10 breaths, which is a nice start. Let's keep going. Keep dropping in, keep relaxing. Let yourself rest in the blissful feelings of the practice. Your brain is, happiness is increased. And the resources that created that feeling are available to you anytime. Allow yourself to feel joy, even if it's just a little bit. Feel that increase your sensation of peace. Only the breath gently moves. The brain is right there in the present moment. Looking forward, not forward or back. Right now. Then next time that you're ready to breathe in, let it be a deep breath in. Let it awaken you. Let your fingers stretch, let your arms and legs stretch. Breathe out, be still once again in a new place. Starting to open up your eyes, swallow. Big breath in, wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Transition to another place, maybe your side, maybe your seat. And pause again, exhale still. Follow the inhale impulse to move once more into your seat. Suspending that inhalation a bit. And exhale, arrive. Pausing just for a moment. Letting things flow. receiving. And catching one of your wrists behind you with one hand, so that opposite catch that we take standing sometimes, and bow forward from your hips. Yoga Mudrasana. Breathing through the left side of your nose to the right. Fourth one. Last time, soften to your forwardness. And breathe in, rise up. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Namaste.